It's time to reimagine where we live. It's time to wake up your home.
Alexa, turn on Good Morning.
Wake up, my... The Connected Home by Lennar. The world's first Wi-Fi certified home design with activation and support by Amazon.
That's a new ad by a U.S. home builder for the next generation of smart homes. They've announced their new homes will come with smart locks, smart doorbells, smart window blinds, smart thermostats, smart lights, smart cameras, all controlled by Alexa, Amazon's voice-activated digital assistant. It's designed for convenience, a virtual butler, but with all its connected smart devices built in, your house is always listening, waiting for your voice command. The homes are not in Canada yet, but you might already own a smart device in your home. There's an explosion of these products on the market connected to the Internet of Things.
Internet-connected toothbrush, internet-connected coffee maker, a mattress tracker that went over our bed and tracked our sleep, smart lights, also a internet-connected baby monitor. My colleague built a router that I connected all the devices to, and that router kept track of all the data they were sending.
The technology that powers your home's smart devices also listens, collects, and stores all the information you give it. If you thought Facebook's data collection scandal was scary, what could it mean to have a home familiar with your every move, collecting data on you? Joining me to discuss all of this is the CBC senior technology reporter, Matthew Braga. So, first of all, I got to ask, why would anyone want a smart toothbrush? What is all this about?
I mean, you can learn so much about your habits. That's how these things are pitched, right? Is you can learn more about your life, you can exert more control, it makes you more efficient. Maybe you're not brushing properly, and this can tell you more about how to brush better or brush more often. All of that is extended to all of these other devices as well, right? Things like light bulbs, thermostats, doorbells, all of these things collecting data and presenting that data back to you so that you can sort of live I guess, better, more efficient, more fulfilled
Data
life.
collection, we're all sort of taught to be afraid of that after the Facebook revelations about the data they were collecting. How different is this?
So on the one hand, it's a little bit more granular in some ways, right? So on Facebook, if Facebook wants to know whether you're really into energy and home conservation and green living, it might kind of look at the sites you use and the sites you visit and the links you share and your activity that would suggest you're a bit of a green fan. But when you sort of get into the realm of smart devices, you can drill down even deeper, right? A company could know exactly how much energy you save, exactly how you use power in your home, how much you turn your light bulbs on and off. It really lets them kind of drill down more than they can right now.
So in some ways, it's really personal. It knows your hours, your habits, exactly what you're doing and when and how often. And
personal in some ways, but not in other ways. So one of the things that a lot of these companies will point out is that they don't actually sell or share any of personally identifiable information. They strip out your personal information, they package you together with all that sort of other data they're collecting, and that's what they end up sharing.
So advertisers would be interested, but who else would care about what I'm doing in my house?
Sure, so law enforcement is one example that comes up a lot. So,
okay, I don't like that.
Well,
Not that there's anything to report.
Certainly, I mean, you have all these different devices, right, that are collecting a range of different pieces of information, and I think law enforcement have kind of looked to that as sort of being perhaps another tool that they can add to their toolbox in investigations. We've already seen them attempt to kind of get information from smart home devices like Amazon Echoes in court cases. That's come up in the past. But I think the sort of open question is whether they'll actually be able to get as much information out of these devices as they think. Not a lot of information is actually stored on the devices themselves in a lot of cases. It's actually stored in the cloud, and so they'll have to kind of go to the company with a warrant like they would any other kind of investigation.
But for any of these devices, or even I'm assuming this house, you're going to give your consent. So people sort of know. What's the big deal?
So certainly the people who own and operate and buy these devices are giving their consent. But I think one of the things we're still grappling with is how do all of the other people in your life give consent or understand sort of what they're getting into? I'm talking about other members of your family, friends who come over to your house and visit, the guy who's dropping off a UPS box on your doorstep, right? Do they know that the doorbell is sort of scanning their face or sort of looking at them as they approach your door? Do your friends know that, the Alexa is just waiting for them to sort of issue voice commands? These are things I think we're still kind of trying to understand.
Looking forward, I mean, it does sound like this is going to be the operating system for all of our homes and all of our things. Can it actually say, oh, well, you you're a bit sad, so we'll change the music? I mean, is that where this is going?
We haven't really seen this built into these products yet, but I think certainly when you look at sort of how these products evolve, how they develop, and if that means making suggestions, if that means actually doing things that are a little bit proactive rather than just reacting to sort of what we ask them to do, that's certainly something that would be possible with the level of information that they collect.
Wow. So interesting. Thanks so much, Matthew.
Thanks, Wendy.